Now, all of this, in a way, is putting Chennai in the spotlight. It's bringing back for many people in that city memories of the horrifying 2015 deluge. While there has been some respite today in the last few hours, the Met Department has warned that there's more rainfall that could be coming Chennai's way this week. More crucially, what the rains have shown is just how the city's infrastructure is simply incapable of coping with the heavy rainfall. Take a look.
A nightmare weekend for Chennaiites. Record rainfall meant unprecedented flooding on the streets of Chennai. And people stuck in their homes hoped and prayed that things don't get worse. Their prayers for now have been answered. After the storm came the calm, even if only a temporary one. With no rainfall on Sunday night and Monday, the focus shifted to rescue and rehabilitation. Water levels slowly receded from low-lying areas as locals finally managed to get out of their homes. At Velachery, where we're currently standing at, there has been barricading which has been done by the corporation. This was a measure to ensure that people are safe and don't go into the risky zone. We can see here that there is a groundwater canal work that is still underway and water is flowing via the channel. Last evening and yesterday morning we had seen heavy waterlogging in all these premises, but now water has receded.
Yeah, it's a very much worrying factor. Even yesterday night also when we slept, before going for sleep, I came out and seen what's outside and whether it's going to be horrible like last 2015 or so everybody is worried. Even now we are having experienced the earlier one. Now we are really trying to be safe on that.
But there are many parts of Chennai that are still drowning.
This location in Chennai called as T Nagar, water stagnation is prevalent, and not just that, in this long, huge street, you could see water stagnation up to a foot. Vehicles are finding it very difficult to ply at this point. Two-wheelers are struggling. Several two-wheelers we saw actually stop at midway itself. People, even after that, are plying to this because they have to go to work, they have to do essential services.
They should have worked it out before the rains. But yes, yesterday we had a seepage into the house and we called in corporation guys and they came and did a little bit of work. But again, you see there's a lot of water clogging all over here. But this area is prone for water clogging.
While there's been some respite from the rain, weather experts have warned it's a temporary one, with a forecast for heavy rain on Tuesday.
Today we would have a good reduction in the rainfall. But that is only going to be a temporary phenomenon because tomorrow again we will start seeing an increase in rainfall. But in the coming days, possibly we are going to see the effect of the low pressure. So we would have long, sustained spell of rains rather than the more intense short duration spells.
The state government is taking all steps to be prepared for the next spell. However, with the reservoirs running full, there is a fear of a deluge in Chennai is inevitable. A deluge in the coming days or weeks. With videos Divyan, Daniel and correspondent Akshayanath, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
So what lies ahead over the next few days and what explains this bout of rainfall in early November? Mahesh Palawat, Vice President Meteorology and Climate Change at Skymet Weather, joins us. Appreciate your joining us there, Mr. Palawat. Your sense, what explains this kind of rainfall where Chennai has got in the last 48 hours more than half of what it receives over an extended period of the northeast monsoon? Depression in Bay of Bengal, but the sheer intensity, what explains it?
Say, Rajdeep, the low pressure area is persisting, or you can say cyclonic circulation is persisting over coastal parts of Tamil Nadu and south coastal Andhra Pradesh since last 2 to 3 days. Therefore, these heavy rains lashed many parts of Chennai and suburbs during last 48 hours. Today, only 15 millimeter rainfall has occurred over Minamakkam and Nugamakkam. And another low pressure area is also developing over South Andaman Sea. It will intensify into a depression and it will continue its movement in west-northwest direction towards coast of Tamil Nadu. And by 10th of November, rain activities will once again intensify and we expect heavy to very heavy rain just south of Chennai. Kodalur, Puducherry, Nagapattinam, all these areas may receive a 3-digit rainfall, and Chennai will also start receiving heavy to very heavy rainfall by afternoon of November 10th, and it will continue until 11. But tomorrow there may be some relief. Only patchy showers are anticipated over Chennai and suburbs.
But is this in any way surprising? The kind of rainfall that Chennai has got in the last, is it unusual? The fact that, and does it compare with what we saw in 2015 in any way?
See, in 2015, deluge was very high and rain intensity was very high. But this is a season of cyclogenesis over Arabian Sea as well as over Bay of Bengal. Particularly in the month of October, November and December, cyclone tends to form over Bay of Bengal. And as we move forward by fag end of November and December, the cyclogenesis starts developing in southern parts of Bay of Bengal and in fact this Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So it is not unusual, but 3-digit rainfall, that 215 millimeter of rain which has been received by many parts of Chennai during last, say, on day before yesterday was unusual. And we can say this is the impact of climate change, and now extreme weather events are increasing year by year, and this type of weather events will continue to increase until unless we start reversing the climate change.
One last question. Are you saying that therefore you, over the next 5 days, as you said, Chennai will remain on high alert?
Yes, Chennai will remain on high alert, particularly on November 10 and 11. Tomorrow, there may be some respite, but intensive because depression will be moving near the coast of Tamil Nadu and part of Andhra Pradesh on 10th of November. So 10th and 11th are very crucial, and night of 10th November is very, very crucial because during that time, we expect that 3-digit rainfall will be occurring at many places over coastal parts of Tamil Nadu, right from Pamban, Nagapattinam, Kodolur, Puducherry, Chennai, and southern coast of Andhra Pradesh like Nellore and Tirupati.
So what you're telling me in a way there, Mr. Palawat, is that it's not unusual because you would have depressions at this time of the year with the northeast monsoon coming, but the sheer intensity of the rainfall is what is worrying. And perhaps is part of a climate change phenomenon that's taking place. We've already seen this year in different parts of the country. Kerala 2 weeks ago, Uttarakhand, unprecedented rainfall in the latter part of the year.
Yes, this intensity which is associated with the cyclonic circulation is very unusual. Usually this type of rainfall occurs during the cyclone or a deep depression. But a simple cyclone, cyclonic circulation has given such intense rain is very unusual. And we have seen extremes in the month of, you can say, during monsoon also. Western half of Rajasthan was almost facing drought-like conditions and eastern half was flooded. So this type of, you can say, unpredictable weather events are on rise year by year now.
Okay, let me leave it there. Mr. Palawat of Skymet suggesting that the worst could yet be ahead for Chennai, which is why Chennai needs to brace itself. Clearly, the city has struggled with the sheer intensity of the rainfall that we've seen there over the weekend. Those images coming in clearly suggesting that large parts of Chennai still remain waterlogged, struggling with the heavy rain. Thanks very much for joining me here at the top of the news today.